Hello everyone and welcome back to VLADA'S place. During the last couple of years, we've been doing a series of videos on how to grow onions and how to collect your own seeds and to replant those seeds again. After harvesting our own seeds from onions, we have planted those seeds in early spring. It's summer now and it's time to harvest these young onions for the following spring when we can grow regular size onions again. While most of the seeds will sprout and grow into an onion, not every seed will grow into an onion that you can replant next year. This is a perfect example. This particular onion formed the bulb, and with the bulb, it stored enough energy from which it can grow a new onion next year. And there are various reasons why some of the onions will form the bulb and others won't. It could be just the amount of moisture that some of these bulbs received and some not. For instance, let's take a look at this one. It grew on the top and it grew a small bulb, but this particular onion will not be able to reproduce the next year. In fact, it appears that most of my crop will not be able to reproduce the next year. But if you plant enough seeds, you will certainly have enough bulbs that will be able to regrow onions the next year. So again, here you can see the difference between the one that's formed and one that's not. Next step is allowing onions to dry. So what we want the upper part of a plant to dry out, and we're gonna have only bulb left. And for that, we need to set them up on an airy, dry place. Once the process is done, I would suggest to collect them and put them in a paper bag and leave them for the following spring. So this is basically the idea behind the whole concept of replanting onions, and that is to grow onions about this size first year. So as you can see, I only have a few left from the batch that we grew last year, but I'm trying to show you how this is done. And we are not obviously doing a big batch of onions, but we did start from seed. And if you want to see how you preserve the seeds, just go to my YouTube channel and you can see how to start onions from seed. So we went from seed, we planted onions last year, and then we harvested them, and now it's a second year, it's a springtime, and we're just going to go ahead and plant them. And so this year we're going to get much bigger bulb. So basically, let's just do this. I have watered this area really well, so you're just going to put it in the ground, not too deep. And onions are similar to tulips, and just like any other bulb plant, it will regrow. And so as they grow this year, they will provide us with the seeds again. So again, we're just going to repeat that same step. My soil is a little too wet, but since I live in California, this is going to dry up in a day or two, even just in a few hours actually. I'm just making sure the bulb is facing up, so the root portion goes down, and you want to have a plant in the ground with this part facing up. Gardening is a lot of fun, and obviously, my mom would plant, hundreds and hundreds of these little bulbs. The gardening back home was done to provide food for family, because people didn't buy vegetables in stores. Everything we ate pretty much was produced on the farm. So every time I garden or I try to share with you recipes related to, well, not recipes, but instructions related to gardening, I can't help but to think about my mom and what kind of comments she would make if she would see me do what I do. So basically, she would just laugh, that's for sure, because this is like a kid's play. But in any case, I want you to have this information. So some of you might decide just to play in the dirt for a little bit and just have a little fun in the garden. And some of you might decide to become a full-time gardeners. So the knowledge is here, and this is what my intention is to share the knowledge with you, and you can take it from here and decide what you do with it. Have fun with your kids, or take it to the whole next level and maybe become a self-sufficient gardener or a person who produces its own food. So basically this is it. Just one more. All right. So we have all these set in soil. I'm just gonna wait and see when they come up. And these, so pretty soon they're gonna look like these. These are onions that were left in the ground as of last year. So this brings us to an important idea of, can we leave the onions in the ground for the following year? The answer is yes. However, one of the reasons we don't do that is to prevent losing some of these bulbs due to rodents, gophers, or squirrels, or bugs, also bugs. Some insects will attack the bulbs on the ground as well. So if protected, well protected, bulb can survive and will regrow the next year, as these seeds are regrowing from the last year. These were not dug out, and now you can see we're getting fresh onions. But again, the reason we take them out is to save as many bulbs as possible. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope this video was helpful. And if you are into gardening and growing your own food, please visit our YouTube channel for many more instructions and homemade recipes. My name is VLADA, and I am a founder of a charitable organization called VLADA'S of Life. Our mission is to help reconnect families and communities in America. And one way we do this is through sharing recipes, sharing gardening tips to help families spend more quality family time at home and at the dining table. To find out more about our work, you can visit VLADA'S, and we would love to hear back from you. So if you have any comments, please find us on Instagram under VLADA'S of Life, or on Facebook under VLADA'S of Life. Until the next episode and next cooking adventure, please take good care of yourself and those around you.